one time.
Did he? All right, it's 7:30 on this Thursday night. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and this is the calm before the storm, because in case you didn't know, the DMV is bracing for a direct hit from Old Man Winter. It could be one of the biggest storms in like a decade. We're tracking it all in our meteorology. All of our Fox 5 weather team tracking that storm. We'll have an update coming up for you at the top of the hour. But I want to know how you guys feel about it. I want to know whether you guys are team snow, team no snow, if you're snowver it already. So I need you to join me live to weigh in. And you guys know there are a lot of different ways to do it at this point. There's a look at some of the different ways. We're streaming. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. We'll read them a little later. If you're watching on the Fox Local app on your connected TV, you can make it a 2-screen experience. Grab your phone, scan that QR code, join the Zoom room, and get your hot takes ready on what could be a very cold weekend. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, or Fox Local on your phone, and you can't scan that QR code, I have a link to the Zoom room at the top of my Instagram page. All you got to do is go to Fox 5 Producer Chris. That's also where we stream live on TikTok. Usually, I forgot to set up the record tonight, so not tonight. We also have our broadcast channel on Instagram. You can find that through Fox 5 DC's Instagram page. That's where we post some stories. We also have the link to the Zoom room in there. We'll check in with our virtual co-host. Hi, Allison, and hi, Michael, in just a little bit. First, though, we have to say hello to our in-studio ones. Please welcome back Lit 106 host and Sledge House Media founders, Christina and Eddie Sledge.
Hello.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us once again.
Yes, thank you.
Chris.
Thank you.
How's
How are
everything
you?
been since the last time I saw you?
Busy.
Yeah.
Yes, we received an award with the Potomac Lifestyle magazine.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you for Best Philanthropic Couple.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Tell everyone where they can listen in when they want to hear you.
Sundays from 3 to 7 on Lit 106.
Okay, and this
Yep.
Sunday might be a good time to do that, because I think a lot of people are going to be at home
Yes.
watching the snowfall. Also, you guys kind of magazine cover stars these days. Tell us a little bit about this Gaithersburg cover.
So yeah, that's also in conjunction with our most philanthropic couple. They put us on the cover of the magazine of the giving issue. You can hear all about our philanthropy in that issue. Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
it's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Pretty cool.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking some time out of your busy schedule to join us here in studio.
And we got
Once
your
again.
card.
Oh, well, thank you very
Congratulations.
much. Thank you. Yes, it's been a very busy start to the new year for me, as well, as everyone knows.
Yes.
With baby Harper probably awake for a feeding right now, so if she's watching, hello.
Hey,
I'll
baby
hopefully
Harper.
read a bedtime story to her coming up here in just a little bit. All right, you guys ready to dive in now?
We are.
All right, and first
Yes.
up, we are talking about that winter weather. It's the biggest story in the DMV right now. The winter weather on the way this weekend.
Yeah.
Fox 5's weather team says, depending on where you live, you could see anywhere from 2 to 18 inches of snow. The majority of us will likely see somewhere in the range of 8 to 12 You can stay with the Fox Weather Team for all updates. You can also find it anytime on Fox Local. We'll also have to watch out for ice, unfortunately. State officials, road crews, power companies all prepping for the storm, coordinating their responses. We'll have live coverage all weekend right here on Fox Local. But we want to know whether you're looking forward to a snow day or if you're snow over it already. We posted this one in our broadcast channel, and people had some opinions, and basically Jane Nick said he can't wait for the snow. Chad says, give me the chaos. He's obviously lived here long enough to know how the DMV handles a little bit of snow. It put a smile on your face, says, I don't like snow at all. Cool V971 is excited. Eileen loves it. Michael Meir says, I hate snow. And C1959 says, love it. It will clear the air. Christina and Eddie, are you guys team snow or are you guys team no snow?
So I love how it looks when it's coming down. It's beautiful. So if I'm inside, I love it.
Okay.
But the aftermath of it, no. And I know
I got a shovel.
Yeah.
I got to take it. Yeah, nah, I hate it.
Team no snow. Team no
I hate it.
snow
No
over
snow.
here.
No snow.
I'm a fan of the conversational snowflakes, much like you. The ones that force us to come in early and book hotel rooms, having worked in TV news for years and years and years, those are the storms I don't love quite as much. Allison's in the Zoom room. Allison, welcome back as always. And Allison, are you a fan of the winter weather? Are you a fan of the snow, or would you rather it be summer all year round?
First, I just want to say Christina and Eddie look like the top of a wedding cake. You all are such a beautiful couple.
Thank
you look
you.
amazing, both of you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And you do too, Chris. You already know fatherhood just does it all for you.
Yes.
You're doing your thing.
Thank you. I'm running on fumes.
He's looking.
I understand. But no, with the snow, I'm not really a winter person. I'm more of a warm weather type of person. But the snow for me is like sit down, relax, get some nice comfort food like some chili and some cupcakes and just sit. As long as you're sitting, I don't do the ice. I'm just recovering from a fall, so I will not be walking out in anybody's ice. But snow, as long as I can just look at it and not touch it, it's beautiful.
Allison, we know Christina was stocking up yesterday. She was in the Wegmans parking lot when we joined her live yesterday. Are you all? Do you have everything ready to go?
No, because I thought that there was going to be things at the store. All of my coworkers and even watching Fox 5, I'm like, everybody is really taking everything out of the stores. I didn't know that was really happening. So I'll be up at 6 a.m. at the grocery store.
Okay.
I'll be back there with you, Allison, tomorrow morning.
There you go. Yeah, Tisha Lewis was out at some of the grocery stores recently, and there were a lot of bare shelves, and you mentioned that there were last night as well. Catalea is joining us now live. Where are you watching from?
Hey y'all, I'm watching from Laurel, Maryland.
Laurel, Maryland. All right. Also in that 8 to 12 range, possibly, that 95 corridor. Are you looking forward to it or no?
Yeah, so here's the thing. I'm from Hawaii originally, and then I moved here from Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm not used to snow at all. So, y'all can have this. I just found out I have to stay at my job and stay at work. So, this is like the first winter storm, and hopefully it's my last.
Yeah, we've seen a few. I mean, luckily around here, they're usually a little spaced out. We were posting some highlights from one of our last big ones back in 2016 earlier today. The Winter Awakens is what we had branded that one. But,
not the snow.
The snowpocalypse, we have names for all of them.
It sucks when it sucks when you really have to shovel it out.
I know. Does it make a difference if it's on a weekend or a weekday for you?
Yes.
I think that helps. That helps.
Yes, because you don't have to go to. I don't have to go to work, and I can just wake up later and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Take your time.
As opposed to like having the car engine running, trying to shovel it off.
Trying to get there in the morning and all that.
Yeah. The worst. Who else we got, Jim?
The new face. Don't know.
We've got a new face whose name we don't know. What's your name and where are you watching from? Are you still muted?
You gotta turn that mic on. Turn your mic on.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yes, I am a snow bunny. I am born and raised in Washington, D.C. So I am quite naturally used to the snow. However, I am an essential employee, but I don't have to work the weekend. But I will have to go to work on Monday. So, and my husband will probably drive me to work in his 4x4.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question as a native Washingtonian who has seen, who knows about the reputation that this area has when we get even a little bit of snow. Do you think it's valid to call us weather wimps?
Of course.
Yeah, we come by it honestly. We've got a lot of bad drivers and we've got a lot of overreaction here when the snow starts, as evidenced.
But overall, most Washingtonians do know how to maneuver around in the snow. You will be surprised at the amount of people you will see out in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area in the snow.
All right. Remind me your name so when I call on you again, I know who I'm calling on.
Thank you, guys.
What's your name?
Darnice.
Darnice, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Darnice.
All right, let's head somewhere a little warmer now. We're going to head out to Hollywood because earlier today, the Motion Picture Academy released the list of Academy Award nominees. And right now, Sinners is the front runner. The Ryan Coogler directed period vampire drama, that's a mouthful, set a new Oscar record with 16 total nominations, including nods for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan. Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another was the runner-up with 13 nominations, including another Best Actor nod for Leonardo DiCaprio. Timothée Chalamet made history as the youngest person to ever get 3 acting nominations. The youngest person. His is for Marty Supreme, which is like a ping pong movie, apparently. As far as snubs, the most surprising may have been Wicked for Good, which got 0 Goose Egg nominations. So Christina and Eddie, the Academy Awards, do you guys care? Is this still something that you look forward to?
We love it.
We are big movie buffs. We're filmmakers ourselves. So one day we're gonna have an EGOT.
Yeah.
So look out for that. We love this now. I'm congratulating Sinners for all of those noms. Wow, I wasn't expecting all of those because they got snubbed at the Golden Globes.
They did. And one of those nominations, now remember, before this there had been a couple movies that had tied for like 13 or 14, including like Titanic.
Okay.
But one of the ones that this got nominated for was a brand new category this year, which is Best Casting, which a lot of people don't really even know what that means, what that award is for. Any other favorites that you had from this year that you're hoping to see win big at the Oscars this year?
I don't know. I don't know if we really saw too many films this year.
Was it a Bruce Springsteen?
The Bruce Springsteen.
We're a big fan of his too.
Yeah.
Okay.
From The Bear.
Oh yeah, we love
Jeremy
him.
Allen
Yeah,
White.
He puts his
we love
foot in
him.
everything too. But
Yeah, we do love him. Yeah.
All right, Allison, are you a fan of? Have you seen Sinners? Are you a fan of the Academy Awards? Are you looking forward to Hollywood award season?
I have seen Sinners, and I was just so impressed by Michael B. Jordan, the fact that he played his own twin, and it really looked like 2 different people. Like, his skills are unbelievable, so I was very impressed. The movie, I think, definitely deserved it, not just for him, but the way the music was put together, the outfits, everything about that movie was amazing. But yeah, I'm for the Oscars. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting caught up on all the movies. Generally, I like to try to just watch them all right away, leading up to it, at least all of the big ones. We're members of SAG-AFTRA here, which also has their own awards show coming up, the actors, and so we have some of the screeners. So I'm looking forward to watching some of them. One of the other nominations that this movie got was Delroy Lindo, which he had gotten overlooked with that Spike Lee movie, The Five Bloods. Yeah. So I really think this is one that
this might be his year.
Might be his year. I'm keeping my
he's a great actor. He is phenomenal.
He is a phenomenal actor. All right, let's go from Hollywood to the Big Apple now, and we're going from movies to music because that will be New York, the only North American tour stop on Harry Styles' upcoming world tour. But he will be there for 30 days. The Grammy winner and former One Direction star announced the Together Together tour earlier today, and it includes a residency at Madison Square Garden. It's going to run from August 26th through Halloween, October 31st. Tickets for the New York shows go on sale January 30th. Harry's new album is set to drop in March. Now, regardless of whether you're a fan of Harry Styles or not, my question for you guys is, when it comes to residencies, do you like having to travel to where the artist is performing, or do you prefer when they go on tour and come to where you are?
I'd rather them come to where I am. Yeah. And I get it. I get why they do that now because it makes it a lot easier for them production wise. They don't have to dismantle the sets and they can just stay at one location. So I get the reason for it, but I'd rather you come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Rather come to me that way. You know,
Yeah.
we know the neighborhood or the area and get home back and we don't have to travel that far. And go
Yeah.
Unless
Come back
it's
to me.
Northwest Stadium.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sorry. I love Beyonce, but that was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Catalea, do you like the idea of these residencies and having to travel to go see your favorite artist, or do you prefer when they go on tour and they come to where you are?
I would prefer them to come to where I am. As long as they're on time, I really don't mind. Because I went to Nicki Minaj's concert, and she was like 3-4 hours late. And it was during a weeknight.
Oh,
so,
no.
I mean,
that's a
you know,
long time.
No.
yeah.
That's
Just be on time and I'm good.
taking a page from Lauryn Hill's playbook.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
She's
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of notorious for that. I like the idea. So, you know, it depends on. I like traveling to go see shows. I like going to some of these iconic venues. I've never been to the Sphere. I would love to go see a show there.
Yeah.
Now that they're building one here in the
Yeah.
DMV,
That'd be
a couple
great.
years
be
down the line, it
cool.
would be great to see if there were some residencies there that people could travel. But I've gone to like Red Rocks out in Colorado to see a show. I've gone to Madison Square Garden to see Billy Joel because
Oh,
where else are you going to
iconic.
see
Yeah.
Billy
Iconic.
Joel? You know what I mean? But
MSG.
I get how, to your point, very convenient when you don't have to break down a show, hit the road, the whole process. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll have to see. That's his only show, though. Only
But
tour
his
stop
fans
in
will
North
come.
America.
His
They
fans
will.
will go. They will go.
Sure will.
He puts on a show.
They
Yeah,
will.
he's a.
All right, guys. They say there's no such thing as a free lunch, but the question tonight is whether you should get free water with that lunch. How about a glass of water? The next story comes straight from some of our Fox 5 co-workers. Several members of the Fox 5 team decided to take advantage of DC Restaurant Week at a very popular place right here in the DMV, whose name we have chosen not to share on TV and this stream. 11 people sat down on the table and were asked still or sparkling when it came to their water preference, and then had their glasses topped off without asking several times. So over the course of that meal, waiters came back and refilled their water glasses.
Okay.
When the final bill came, the table was charged $180 for 16 glasses of still and sparkling water, both Aquapana and Pellegrino. Our team says tap was never even offered as an option. Some states require restaurants to offer free tap water as a condition of their liquor license. DC is not one of them. Now, I'm just going to let you know, this restaurant, no burgers or tacos like you were seeing in that video.
Okay.
This was a higher end restaurant.
Okay.
I will just say that. So, my question is, a restaurant charging you for water without telling you that you're paying for it?
Nah, then you got to tell me, first of all, I'm not drinking tap. But at least you offered it and you tell me, hey, you know, every time we come back, it's going to be a little fee. I can make that choice. But I'm not drinking tap water.
Yeah.
I evolved from being down here to bougie. I'm not drinking
I'm
tap
bougie,
water.
but I want to know. Yeah, let us know that there aren't free refills
Yeah, especially water.
on Pellegrino.
Yeah, I
What?
mean, I feel like traditionally they would set the bottle down on the table, and if you were paying for it, then you know that is the bottle you just paid
Now,
for.
the
That's-
question is,
that's
did they do it on
normally-
purpose knowing that it's a big table and they're going to get a tip, they're going to get a
And
big money
they
out of
might
it?
not even check close enough at that final bill.
Yeah, they're going to be like, okay, here you go, and
And
they're going to
might
pay it
be the
anyway, yeah.
question.
Or maybe they were like, you guys all work for Fox. I'm going to
Yeah,
charge
that's
you."
right. They saw some dollar signs. Allison, do you like this or not?
No, I think what the waiters should do is ask you, would you like some complimentary water? They should ask you that.
Yeah.
And then give you the option. Or would you like to order from our bougie water drink menu? Just say something so we know we're getting charged, like Christina
Yes.
said, but you don't want to surprise somebody with something like that, because most restaurants that you go to, water is complimentary. So yeah, I don't like you charging for water, not like that.
No, and I heard Angie Goff joke, because she was one of the 11 team members who was at this lunch, that she went around the table at the end and just drank everyone's at the end just to make sure that she was getting her money's worth. They actually, on the 7 o'clock version of this show, because several of them were at this lunch, they made it their Insta poll, and we can just tell you, based on the results, almost everyone agrees. 93% of people said they do not like this. The 7% that did, I'm curious, where you're coming from on this one. Now, I respect the bouginess and that you like. I would happily drink out of the hose out back to not have to pay for that water.
At least give me Deer Park.
Yeah.
Deer Park. I mean, I don't drink the high class water. I drink Deer
No
Park.
Dasani for him is what he's
No,
saying.
no, that's toilet water.
No.
That's really toilet water. No, Deer Park, and yeah, I'm telling you, that's toilet water.
Oh,
At least you have to
man.
disclose no junk fees on the water.
No junk fees, exactly. All right, speaking of restaurants, 2026 apparently could mark the end of the Instagrammable restaurant. Do you know the ones that we're talking about? That means no more neon signs, no more fake greenery, and no more indoor swings. Experts say diners are more cost conscious these days, and as a result, they're choosing restaurants that are more personal and more authentic. That means the food takes priority over the social media visuals. So do you guys like the idea of putting the focus on the food instead of like all of the other background experience?
I do. I think it helps to probably also minimize the bill. There, especially adding fees on for water. Let's get back to the food. Let's get back to the food.
Get back. I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but get back to the food.
Oh, you know you've been to those restaurants that have those green walls and the neon sign on it, and you know
He
everyone's
hasn't.
sitting there.
I have.
Okay.
I have been.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not going to name any names,
Yeah.
but we know there are more than a few of them out there. I'm curious to see what Catalina thinks about this. Do you like the idea of putting the focus back on the food and getting rid of all the other distractions?
Yes, I do like to focus on the food because you can have a restaurant take great pictures of food and the whole time it's not even their food. It's some food that they found on somebody's website that they are taking credit for because it looks great. And then at the same time, these Instagrammable restaurants, they just want to have the look and the aesthetic of being a great restaurant, and their food is like, ugh, what is this?
Wrong priorities. I'm curious to see what this will mean for some of like the food influencers, if we'll start seeing fewer of them, because there has been a lot of discussion about social media just not quite being what it used to be, and fewer and fewer people kind of posting. We'll have to see the impact that this has. All right, keep the comments coming on all the stories that we have talked about so far. Coming up next, we're talking about coffee shop etiquette. Is it okay to take a Zoom call over your cup of Morning Joe? If you're not in your own house, you're out at an establishment somewhere. We'll be right back.
I live in the Stone Age.
Yeah? We don't have any comments.
Yeah, I'm old school.
Eddie's old school.
I go right to the.
All right, welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Thursday night, aka Friday Eve. And I'm really looking forward to the weekend, as you can imagine. Despite the snow, we've got more family coming into town to help out, so I'm going to get to see my in-laws for like the first time this year. It's been a long time. So
Now, do you love your in-laws?
Oh, I love them.
I love my in-laws too.
I love them.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for them to come visit. They may be watching. That is true. All right. Actually, they're on their way up from Florida right now. So I feel bad. They're
They'll
coming
get
from
here before the snow.
They're getting here before the snow, but I
Okay.
do feel a little bit bad that they're coming from Florida, where it's like gorgeous all
Yeah.
the time, and they're coming
So
up here and going to
snowstorm.
be snowed in almost immediately.
Well,
All right.
more time with
More time with the
Harper.
baby,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. All right, guys, we're talking about coffee shop etiquette now. Specifically, should you take a Zoom meeting out loud from your spot in a coffee shop? One DMV content creator posed the question to their followers asking, quote, is it acceptable to do a 1-hour Zoom meeting out loud at a coffee shop? I'm learning a lot about cybersecurity teams from some company this lady works for. So the question is, taking a Zoom call in a coffee shop setting or any sort of public area like that, do you like this or not? Is it okay or not?
It's okay if you have earphones.
Okay. So even
That-
if people are hearing your side of it.
Good point. Yeah, there could still be some security issues with that.
Now, well, that's very true.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cool. You know, people at the Zoom meeting know that you're in Starbucks and they can see it and hear it and other people. Nah, man, you got to go to a nice close area, go in the bathroom or something like that.
Oh, okay. That's one option as
I'm
well.
old school.
There has been people have gotten themselves in trouble with taking Zoom into the bathroom when they forget that the camera is on. I have been guilty of this, admittedly, and it's been a necessity. In my previous role here at Fox 5 as senior producer, I was also a manager on call on weekends. And every weekend, we have a 3 p.m. editorial call with everyone who's working and the manager on call. So I would, depending on what my weekend plans were, wherever I was, I would have to call in. So if I was at a restaurant, I would step outside onto the sidewalk. But there was one afternoon, and I was at a winery, and it was snowing, and it was like 12 degrees outside. And so I tried as hard as I could to do as much of the call as I could from outside, but eventually I just kind of chickened out and I came inside and I just had to do the rest of it while everyone was doing like tastings around. Of course, I had the camera off,
Right,
so that
right,
they
right.
didn't know where I was.
Right.
But yeah, I
Right.
unfortunately, even if I don't like it, I am 100% guilty
I actually
of
saw
doing
someone. I actually saw someone doing it at the urinal, and I didn't know what he was doing. Like he had it there, standing there. I'm just like, what? You know, what? It
Maybe
can't be that
not.
great.
Maybe
I
not
mean,
a good idea.
Yeah, getting to know your coworkers really well at that point. Allison, I mean, obviously you can take this Zoom room with you anywhere you go.
There you
and
go.
we would love for you to. And when someone says, hey, what are you doing over there? You just say, oh, I'm just weighing in on Fox 5 right now. But do you like the idea of doing this Zoom call from a coffee shop?
It would depend on the coffee shop. If it's like a quiet little intimate spot, you know, no one wants to hear your whole loud conversation when they might, you know, wanting to be in a more quiet environment. But maybe at like a food court in a mall where there's already outside noise going on. And like Christina said, if you have your earphones on, that way you can hear clearly and your noise will blend in with everybody else's. So I think that might be something that would be better than a coffee shop.
I think that's a great point, that it absolutely kind of depends on the environment and how, you know, in the middle of an airplane, sometimes you get those people who are like, no headphones,
That's true.
having that conversation back and
Yeah.
forth. And nobody, I apologize. Darnice, thank you very much. Jim coming to the rescue. Do you like the idea of taking this Zoom call in a coffee shop or not?
Nope. Got that mic on? Dirty?
Don't forget the mic. We can't hear you.
If it's quiet, I'm like Allison. If it's a quiet spot, it's a little secluded, you know, not very many people in the coffee shop, that might work. But on the other hand, I don't really see the difference, because what about people that come into a coffee shop and they have their earpiece in their ear and they're talking out loud and everybody's hearing their conversation? It's almost the same.
Yeah, if you're just sitting there at a table
Sure.
next to someone and having a conversation
Yeah.
conversation is a conversation, whether it's with your laptop or whether it's with a human being. I think that is a strong argument to make. And I think in this age of AI, where people are like AI chatbot relationships, they're going to be talking to their devices more and more frequently. God help
Yeah.
us. All right, finally tonight, a family favor that turned into a full-on family feud. And it's all because of an airport drop-off fee. So think like a parking ticket. A mom in the UK and her partner drove her 32-year-old daughter to the airport using her daughter's car. Weeks later, she returned home to find a parking fine because the airport's drop-off charge wasn't paid. In the UK, airports charge around £8 for 10 minutes when dropping someone off in order to reduce the number of vehicles traveling to and from the airport. The daughter says she didn't even know the fee existed, but her mother did and should have paid it. So the daughter argues, mom was driving, even though it was her car. She was the one who got fined. She's the one who should pay it. The mom argues they were doing a favor for the daughter and shouldn't be on the hook. However, the mom offered to pay half. So, Christina and Eddie, who pays the fine?
The daughter.
The daughter?
Yeah.
They go half on it. I can see them go half on
No, the daughter. So did the fines like add up?
They could. See, that's exactly what could happen here, too.
No, they said let's go half. She offered, like, look, mama, she knew. The daughter didn't know. They were doing each other a favor. Look, I'm not arguing, but let's go half.
Okay, I'm
like, no,
I'm gonna go
it's the
Team
daughter.
Christina. Chris and Christina on this one. Allison,
Chris squared.
Whose side are you on, Christina or Eddie? Who should pay that fine? The one doing the favor.
Right. I'm in the middle.
Oh.
I'm right in the middle.
There's a
Like
middle?
I know the way I raised my children, they would offer to pay, like, this is mom, we'll take care of it. But then on the other hand, because it's both of our responsibility, if you think about it, we could both pay. But it would definitely not be an argument for sure.
Okay, well,
Okay.
bottom line, I think
Yeah, shouldn't be an argument, yep.
family first. Christina and Eddie, thank you guys so much for
thank
joining
you.
us. As always,
Enjoy.
we're looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Pleasure.
Remind everyone where they can tune in.
Oh, tune in to Lit 106 on Sundays from 3 to 7. You can hear our hot takes on relationship topics and all cool things.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks to everyone who joined us. We'll see you tomorrow night.